All right, today on the bench, we've got a HPI rally car. Quite a cool car, this. You don't see many of them around. They're not really a popular thing, but I really like this. So they make an electric version and a nitro version. I really wanted to get the nitro version. I should have got the nitro version, but this is just the Flux, the electric version. Exactly the same looks. So the body on the two of them is the same. As you can see, it's quite a detailed, good-looking body. Lots of ground clearance, as you can see. I don't have body pins in it, that's why the body's moving, but if I bring the camera down nice and low, you can see the ground clearance. This is not one of those on-road cars where they just call it a rally car, but it's really an on-road car. This is actually a rally car that you can use for rally stuff, so it does have quite jacked up suspension. I'll show you when I lift it up, but lots and lots of suspension travel. Front and rear, really massive suspension travel. Rally style wheels as well. If I pop the body off, you'll see more. It does have clear windows that have like a faux roll cage stickering on it, which kind of looks pretty cool. It's a nice looking body. It's just silver on the inside. But you can see down under here, as you can see, HPI, it is a Flux version, it is brushless. You can see the size of the suspension. That's quite big for a quote-unquote on-road car. You wouldn't see suspension like that on like a normal on-road car. That's why I'm saying this one is more your rally-based car. You can see underneath quite a lot of ground clearance. It does have a metal chassis on it, Hex hardware. These tyres, rally tyres as well. They're not really an on-road tyre, they're not really an off-road tyre. They're kind of a all-round, good for gravel tracks, good for grass, good for bitumen. They're kind of a do-everything type style tyre. You can see on the back as well, quite large suspension, quite a lot of travel. It's quite easy to bottom out the chassis, front and rear. It does have sway bars, front and rear. It's got it down in the front there as well. You can see the red ones down in there. It does have metal drive shafts, front and rear, and in the center. You can see down here, here's your gear set. Metal spur, metal pinion, brushless motor, ESC. I believe this is a hobby ring setup. It's just a rebranded hobby ring setup that they use in here. Lots of people are doing that these days. It does have adjustable body mounts, so you can mount the body lower or higher. Where you've seen it set was literally where they have it set from the factory. I haven't changed the body mount at all. Being a rally car, you kind of want your body to sit a bit higher, otherwise your wheels rub on your body and destroy it pretty quickly. And like I said, this is not an on-road car at all. I've jumped it. You can jump it quite high in the air. You can thrash it off-road in fields and onto the pavement and down gutters and back up the gutter and through gardens. And I've had this thing a couple of meters off the ground, which you'd never do any of that with the normal road car. Like I keep saying, it is an actual rally car. I've had cars in the past that were rally style looking cars like WR8s and stuff, but they're clearly set up for on-road. You get them on grass and they stop because they're so low. This thing, no problems at all. It hammers off-road, goes really well off-road. You don't see a lot of these on the internet, but anyone that I have seen on the internet, they all love the way these things handle, so I'm quite happy with it as well. It does come with a Dean's plug from the factory. I swapped it over because I run a lot of Spectrum batteries, so I just swapped over my own lead. But yeah, if you're going to pick one of these up, it does come with a Dean's. You can obviously swap it to anything you want. It's got Velcro for your battery, and it also, these are adjustable so that you can make the battery box smaller or wider within reason to change it out for a bit different a size, but it doesn't go to really huge sizes for huge batteries. But it's not the type of car you want to run big batteries in anyway. I just run this on 2S, plenty fast enough on 2S. It's not really a speed racer. It's just meant to be thrashed around, having fun, getting sideways in the dirt and rooster tailing. That's what it's all about, and it definitely does that. There's your on and off switch. It's got a set button on it as well for setting up different profiles for the ESC. Haven't played with any of that. I just put a battery in it and ran it from how it come from the factory, and I think it's a ripper like that. I chuck the body on again. It's going to be a bit hard to line up the body, but it's never easy doing these things with one hand. Almost got it. Can't wait until all manufacturers have gone away from these body clips. They're quite old now, but they still do the job, I guess. But yeah, I'd love to have some type of setup like what the Traxxas have got on most of their new vehicles these days. As you can see, what I was talking about, that ground clearance, it's pretty mega. Crazy suspension travel. Like, you can drop the car out, or if you lift it up, it's even got more sag in it. So super plush suspension. This thing, you'd be amazed how much it just eats up the bumps. And when you're thrashing across a field, watching the whole thing, you know, drop out and the wheels come up and down, and just it's actually a really fun car. Quite cheap too. It wasn't a really expensive car. Yeah, if you're interested in getting some type of car that you can use in some dirt and some gravel and in grass and on the road, and sort of a bit of do everything car, great car. I haven't broken anything on it. Yeah, and I think it's awesome fun every time I run it. I do have different tyres for this, just the same tyres that it come with, but I have tyres that I use for running, and these are just my sitting on the shelf tyres. So that's why they look beautiful and new, because it's pretty hard. I keep a lot of my cars on shelves and that, and when they're covered in crap, it's hard to clean the tyres. So I generally clean the cars down and just swap back over to nicer tyres to have them on the shelves. That's what I've done with this one. So these tyres haven't even been run, but I do have other tyres that have been run on it. Somehow I've managed to keep the body in pretty good condition, but it's mostly just been used on grass and gravel. And because it handles so well, I haven't really rolled it or lost control in it at all. So yeah, pretty good really. A couple of scratches underneath on the chassis, but it looks fairly new. I do wash my cars down, and I use WD-40 and stuff to make all the plastics look black and clean it all up, and I'm pretty good at cleaning my cars, so a lot of them look like they haven't even been run. But yeah, just a quick look. This is your HPI. I think it's a WRC Rally, I think they call it, and this is the Burns and the Reed version of the WRX. Quite famous rally people. Yeah, just a quick look. Let me know if you've got one of these or if you want one, and send me a comment if you want to know anything else about it, and I can reply to your comments and let you know if there's anything else you want to know about it. Yeah, just a cool car. If you're after a rally car, this is a good one to look at. I definitely recommend it.